today because I'm addressing some of the brightest minds, but more importantly, passionate hearts on this joyful occasion. Master's students, a double congratulations because we've done it again. It's thrilling to think about the diversity found in this class. Together, we represent many different geographical locations, an array of reasons for getting yet another diploma, various sizes of student loans, a range of ages and accents, and a mix of tassel colors from the academic institutions we attended as undergraduates. And lastly, we represent a deep well of unique talent, creativity, and dreams to inspire the youth through education. What a humbling opportunity this is to address such a colorful pool of individuals where I play but one part. Despite our differences, the threads that made this cap and gown we have draped on today symbolize a common thread amongst all of us, a passion to expand the human imagination, enhance the human condition, and educate to make the world more just. What sets Boston College's Lynch School of Education apart from the masses is that social justice is at the core of our BC professors, our classes, and our acronyms. From crunching over our laptops in the ERC, having our eye bags grow in correlation to our PPAP binder, hurtling over the TPA, making room to study for the MTELs, and coming up with SWBATs for the lesson plan due in an hour. We've put quite a lot of effort into getting here today. However, we must give credit to the village that raised us up. To my dad, my mom, and my big sister Steph, thank you for the brow-sweating support for the past 23 years for raising this child. I hope to respectfully speak for the Lynch School graduates here that we are immensely grateful for the unconditional love and profound sacrifices made by each of our own villages. The support from family members, friends, professors, supervisors, cooperating teachers, deans, and the many authors who have inspired us deserve much applause. Truly, thank you. Some of these supporters in our lives have also been our role models, who have shaped our beliefs. I believe that our internal beliefs are important because they dictate our outward actions. I was egotistical, uncaring about people who wouldn't benefit me, and went with the current to strive to find the coolest job out there. But in 2007, my worldview began to shift. I read and heard about a man who praised the innocence in children, while others dismissed their naivete, who gently spoke to a woman caught in adultery, while others spat accusations at her, who taught that to lead is to serve, and who changed the course of a mass murderer's life, of killing to one of sharing divine love. Through hearing historical accounts and personally feeling empowered by such a love, Jesus Christ became my inspiration. Everyone here, though, has their own journey of faith and shaping of internal beliefs. For me, God taught me to see the worth in people, in children, with a basic human principle that rather than a competitive drive to move ahead, we're made to be loved and to love, even if it means going against the current. As you picture the one who has shaped your beliefs, be it God, your mother, your best friend, authors, or BC professors, you're left to humbly accept their guidance and realize that you too will be someone else's inspiration. When our fuel runs dry and we think we're losing our passion and purpose as an educator and want to call it quits, I doubt that creative pedagogies and research theories learned in our really expensive BC classes will get us through the doubts. It is this cycle of being inspired and inspiring others that will keep our youthful, flaming, passionate hearts lit. Speaking of inspiring, I've reached the part of my speech where I should be sharing 3 profound takeaway points catered to future educators like yourself. However, in the age of Google and YouTube, inspiring quotes can be way too easily found online. So I share with you, therefore, something you can't simply type into a search bar, and something that will never be cliche or go outdated. My cup of stories. Within each of our minds is a cup of memories made and memories to be, where educators may not receive the most, like Joseph explained, in monetary payment. We can safely say that the bank of hopeful, heart-wrenching, and knee-slappingly funny stories we rack up will far surpass any other job. Oh, the places you'll go with your own cup inspired with wonderful stories. The 2 stories that I'll be sharing took place in the 4th grade sheltered English immersion classroom that I was student teaching in this year. We had an interesting science lesson just 2 Fridays ago. Students paired up, they put soil in a transparent plastic tank, sprayed it with water, and then were each given a millipede. Nothing reminds you more that you are teaching in an urban school than eruptions of squeals and uncontrollable shouts at the sight of these 3-inch long millipedes. I plucked one up, I laid it in my palm to reveal the millipede's harmlessness. This backfired. So I proceeded to ask a student, Jennifer, to come pet the creature. She hesitated, but then finally mustered up enough courage to poke it. I walked around the room to observe other students stare at their own millipedes in their tanks, with a mix of squirms and, I think this is pretty cool actually, till a student exclaimed from across the room, "Jennifer's touching it! Jennifer's touching it!" I turned towards Jennifer and saw the millipede crawling on her hand. She locked her proud eyes with mine and gave me such a large grin that it inevitably made me smile as well. The human imagination is powerful, let alone that in the youth. To expand the human imagination might mean to simply create a space for students to feel the sensations of having a millipede crawl on them for the first time, or to compose radically inspiring books like Dr. Seuss. In his words, "And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along. You'll start happening too." When things seem hopeless, one heartfelt educator can make the difference. The following story is in honor of my cooperating teacher, Miss Lisa Rubin, and educators alike who with their colorful personalities and passionate drive truly live out our motto of enhancing the human condition. Ben, who is 13 years old, came from Haiti to the US about 2 years ago. He has an incredible internal rhythm that will blow your mind when you hear him deliver an intricate drummer's beat with his 2 bare hands against his school's desk. Due to interrupted formal education, he had to repeat the 4th grade and was often bullied for being socially and academically behind. He was laughing a little too loud and giving unwanted hugs to students in the hallways. As his 2nd year of the 4th grade drew closer to an end, Miss Rubin had to face the reality that he still wasn't ready to move to the 5th grade. To remedy the situation, Miss Rubin personally found a Haitian Creole SIFE program, which stands for Students with Interrupted Formal Education, at an elementary school in Dorchester. After visiting the school and meeting with the principal, she began the grueling process of paperwork to get him enrolled. When all the logistics were finally completed, Miss Rubin spoke with Ben's future teacher, Miss Evelyn Prophet, who has been teaching for 25 years and was awarded with a Boston Educator of the Year Award in 2010 for her patient work in the SIFE program. During this meeting, Miss Prophet mentioned that the school is the only elementary school with a marching band and a percussion line. And just so you know, Ben started his first day at this school last Wednesday. My mom often tells me that the time you give people shows just how much they mean to you because you can't get your time back. Miss Rubin gave Ben her time, unconventionally, voluntarily, and compassionately. We live in a time when less people will laugh at our dreams for global change. The final part of Lynch's mission statement is making the world more just. This demonstrates the vision of creating not just change within Massachusetts, within the East Coast, within the United States, but within the world. My next step will be a large 8,000-mile leap to Hong Kong, and I can only wonder, oh, the places you'll go as we depart from these seats off to a celebratory feast, resting our heads on our pillow tonight, and then rising to our individual flights to seek the global impact made by this class will be quite the sight. Our Boston College graduate Lynch School of Education diplomas that we will receive represent all of the stories that we have gleaned, and that which will be used to inspire others on our next scene. Oh, how far, far rich we will be with our cup full of unbelievable stories in each of the places we will go from here. Congratulations, class of 2012. Cheers!